Hi there crafters, it's Louise with you today. Welcome along to my first share for the month of February 2024, which is for Kitaholic Kits. Now, I am starting my inspiration firstly for this title. So I am challenging myself in 2024 to do what's called Kill a Kit. So Kill a Kit basically is using as much of the supplies in a kit to create as many layouts as you can. So in order to utilize this list of words, so the sheet that we got with all the words on it, I decided I was going to start at the top, pick a title, and then go with photos to match that, in which case I would then be able to hopefully kill a kit. So I'm starting with the title, So Much Fun, and I didn't necessarily have a grid layout in mind when I started this page, but it turns out that as I'm going through the elements and I find this cute little cut apart, that I decide to trim my photos down and make everything into that sort of grid style. And you can see that I've chosen some photos from my stash, which are of Master Cooper enjoying one of those bouncy trampoline harness flip sort of things that you see at like your shows and your ride places. So he just loves this ride. The title, So Much Fun, was the perfect addition, and you see how this layout develops in terms of have a little play with some layering. I decide that I'm going to go with the grid style and cut out some more of those sort of 3x4 pocket life kind of papers, and then I've got this section in the middle where I kind of thought, oh, what do I do here? I don't have another photo to go in there. I've already chosen a spot for my my title. I need to keep this sort of grid nice and balanced. So I'm sort of a bit stuck here, but as you'll see, it kind of develops the layout as it goes. Now, one of my favorite things to do to enhance a photo is to actually mount it. So the idea of mounting, if you are new to either scrapbooking or this channel, mounting is essentially putting cardboard or patterned paper behind an element. So in this case, I am adding just some white cardstock first to balance out the white border that I've got around these photos. But then I'm also going to mount them on black. Now, I am going to turn my camera off and do a lot of this off camera. And I've seen some videos on YouTube lately where they talk about, showing you the whole process and different things, but I'm a person who is a bit short on time, and so I like to show you just what you need to see. There's no reason why you can't quicken or lengthen the time of a video, so you have the option to choose what speed you want a video to run at. If you need to see something a bit slower, absolutely slow it down. YouTube has those great features available to us, so we might as well use them. But a lot of the time, some of this sort of stuff like mounting, I will do off camera because it's a pretty tedious task and I don't want to chew up time in a video. So as you can see, I have mounted the two photos and the two Project Life cards underneath. Now, the layout was coming together quite nicely and I was pretty happy with how it was starting to look. I felt that I needed to bring in some more patterned paper. I knew I wasn't going to get really mixed media on the background because of just the prettiness of the paper and the elements of the grid. I didn't need that extra bit of mixed media background. I wanted to keep the layout fairly simple so that it spoke for itself. So what I'm doing is I'm trimming out a frame from my background paper. You can, of course, if you choose to, use an entire background paper to actually mount another paper on. But for me, I like to be able to stretch my papers that little bit further. So I actually trim out the middle, just using my paper trimmer, and then trim a little bit off my upper paper. So in this case, that bluey green, and then mount them on top of each other. Now, we have the piece of twine, and so what I'm going to do is pop some little holes around, again just creating a second border, and then I'm going to add some stitching. off camera again, because you don't need to sit and watch me glue probably for the 25 minutes that it took me to glue those little pieces down. And I would recommend, particularly with that little title that came, the title sheet, I would recommend popping some glue behind those. They have really good sticky, but I have recently pulled out a layout and all the letters and elements had fallen off of it, and frustratingly enough, I had to go and put it all back together. So I would definitely recommend a little splodge of tacky glue behind any elements that you're sticking down on your layouts, purely just for longevity. You don't want to pull open an album in 20, 30, 40, hopefully 50 years and find that everything's sort of fallen apart. Now I'm going to add a little bit of splatter, again, just to tie in that sort of colour that I've used, bringing everything together. The glittery paste, that was from a mixed media kit a couple of months ago, so again, a little bit of stash busting with some elements from previous kits. I'm going to add some of the stickers. I think the stickers are so fun this month. I particularly loved, adding those to pages. They're a great simple little embellishment, particularly stars. I find stars are really good for boy type layouts. Adding a few little stickers, a few bits and pieces from the word book. You'll also see that I am using double-sided tape, but I'm also using that tacky glue as well. Again, just for longevity in my albums. I live in quite a humid climate in Queensland, so needing to make sure that things are going to stay stuck down, and I find that tacky glue does the best job of that. All right, coming to the end of this layout. So this is my first share for February. I hope that you've enjoyed. I'm certainly looking forward to working through and killing this month's kit and getting quite a few more layouts and pages done. I definitely had fun with this one, and I hope that you're inspired to pull out your kit, maybe have a go at a killer kit. It really is great, motivating fun, and gets those creative juices flowing. So I thank you for watching that. I hope that you are already a subscriber for Kitaholic Kits, but if not, please make sure that you do click that little subscribe button and check my page out, Louise Turner Scrapbooking. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.